I know. It started with such a bang. And the ending, the twist, wow, unbelievable. Oh, hey, how you doing? I'm telling my friend Gus here about the last book that I read by one of my new favorite authors, Yrsa Sigurdardottir from Iceland. As a matter of fact, I started another book by her. I have it right here. Let me give you a taste. This one's called Someone to Watch Over Me. Their last resort was the parish priest, whom they hadn't seen since Paisley's christening. At first the man was reluctant, perhaps suspecting that he was the butt of some sort of joke. However, Berglund's helpless terror must have been clear as soon as he saw her. The priest's attitude changed, though he told them he couldn't promise them anything. Over the course of several visits, he experienced the cold that seemed to surround Paisley at dusk, and the static electricity in the air around the child. The priest called in the bishop, and together they performed Iceland's first exorcism in over a century. After going from room to room, the bishop had announced to them ceremoniously that the spirit of the girl would no longer enter their home. And by some miracle, it seemed to have worked. It was as if a magic wand had been waved. It was immediately different in the house. It was hard to pinpoint what exactly had changed. The atmosphere at home felt like it used to. Of course, it would be difficult to rid themselves of the constant fear that something was about to happen, and would doubtless take time for their hands to stop trembling. But time healed all wounds, and Berglund thought to herself that she would settle for a slow but steady recovery. Arcane creaked upstairs in Casey's room. Berglund put down her glass and turned around slowly. The sound continued as though the boy was walking around. Her mouth went dry, and her goosebumps sprang up again. She was ridiculous, still jumping at shadows. With measured steps, she climbed the stairs, and when she reached the door to her son's room, she could hear his muffled voice inside. She wanted to put her ear to the door and listen, but instead she opened it calmly. Paisley was standing on tiptoe at the windows, looking out. He stopped talking and turned around when he heard the door open. And Berglund's hand flew to her mouth when she saw the condensation on the window pane. "Hello, Mommy." Paisley smiled at her sadly. Berglund hurried to her son and pulled him forcefully from the window. She held him close and tried at the same time to wipe the window pane, but the haze couldn't be wiped away. It was on the outside of the glass. Paisley looked up at her. "Maga's outside. She can't get in. She wants to look after me." He pointed at the window and frowned. "She's a little bit angry." Maga is the boy's babysitter whose death was just explained earlier in the chapter. What's going to happen next? I can't wait to find out.